everyone, and welcome back to Phasmophobia. So I am here to finish what I started in August. We're still going through the rest of the medium maps, and we're going to finish off the large maps. We only have 4 maps left to go. So we're going into Maple Lodge this time, and yes, it is October, so we're getting ready for Halloween as well. So as we get in here, it is raining, so it might be a little hard to talk, and we do have to survive a hunt. So the plan is, though, I already got all my gear and stuff. I do want to visit all these maps that I haven't been to in a long time. So yes, even though it's raining, we're going into Maple Lodge. Now I did turn the sound down a little bit so I could hear myself. And I think it should be good for everyone else. See, I don't even know which way these gates go. So it's going to be kind of hard to talk and walk at the same time here. So let me just kind of ease into this. Now, something I did learn is there's a hiding spot back here. I didn't realize you could actually hide here, which is great. So that one's open for me. So I have been doing some tinkering. For one, I figured out how to get this game running really good. It's basically, I believe, every time you update your driver, the shaders restart and you have to recompile them. So like right now, we are smooth. There's no lag, and that's because I've already been through these maps. Also, hello, Skull. So yeah, performance-wise, I think I've got it figured out. And otherwise, I think the plan. So what I've been trying to figure out is how long of videos I should be doing, and what I want to do is get to the point where I'm streaming. Also, I want to walk back through here just to maybe get a light on and try and establish a route here. But I'm going to be doing 2 games, I think, per video. I'm going to be doing 2 games here, and the idea is that we're going to have kind of what I would call medium length videos. And so I want to do edited videos, and I want to do live streams, which will be the longer content. So for now, I'm going to ease back into it doing some videos here, especially since I'm going to these bigger maps, which I don't have as much experience on. So I know there could be some hiding spots around here. Actually, I think technically, yeah, like right here, kind of is a hiding spot. So, yeah, the rain is going to make this very hard to figure out where the ghost is. But also, if this is a hiding spot, this will be nice. No, I don't have that luxury. But yeah, I've got the performance. That was one thing, was it seemed to lag every time I played, but then the lag would go away. So I do think it's just the shaders have to compile. But otherwise, so I like having this main area open. This is a really good layout. I have not experienced this map enough since they changed it, but I like the opportunities you have to cut through. There's a lot of looping options. So I might have to just go get the thermometer and just start scanning some rooms. Let's take a walk around here. Now, I think this is technically a hiding spot. I could run in there if I wanted to. And what about in here? So, since this is professional, I could get into one of these if I need to. I don't know if the tents would have anything. But yeah, this is where the challenge of the bigger maps comes into play. So I'm going to have to figure out where the ghost is. And I mentioned this before, but when I had said I might edit these more like the Sons of the Forest, is I might have to cut out mainly me finding the ghost on these bigger maps. If I don't have much to talk about and I'm not really running into anything, I might just have to cut it out. But since we haven't been on Camp Woodwind, Camp Maple Lodge campsite, it's also very loud in here. It's been a while since we've been to Maple Lodge. So let me just walk around a little bit and take in the atmosphere. Okay, I was wondering if this was going to be here. I actually could ask where the ghost is. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Should I do that without being prepared? Here's what I'll do. Let me look for a hiding spot around here, because if the ghost is nearby, we're going to get killed. Now, I could run in here and hide. That doesn't look like the most secure hiding spot. What about one of these? Okay, I was hoping at least one of these was available. What I might do. Also, yeah, I could run back here. Alright, for fun. I don't think I'm gonna get killed. I have a feeling the ghost is somewhere else, but I mean, I don't know where it is, really. I don't think I can take a picture of it moving. I might have to record it. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop my EMF. I'm gonna at least try and get a photo of the EMF going off. Alright. This is where I could easily die. Where are you? Where are you? Oh boy. Where are you? Hold on, folks. Where are you? Yep. C-A... Cabin. Cabin what? I actually really like the idea of it being in the cabin. Living room. Okay. Goodbye. I don't think I can take a photo of the Ouija board moving. What I'm gonna do is I'm now gonna book it out of here. I have not had enough ghosts in the cabin, so this is exciting. Since it's in the cabin, we will have this whole area to kind of run around in, so we'll have some room to escape the ghost if we don't get killed. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. So we'll wait for the hunt to end. All my lights that I had on are gonna go out. But okay, now we have to move over to the cabin. So like I said, this might be where I cut out some stuff. But I'm going to take sanity and try and get my equipment over to the cabin. And I would like to take enough sanity to where we're kind of just at the beginning of the investigation. I know that Ouija board takes a lot. The lights are still on, it's still hunting. It's not a cursed hunt though. Okay, let me go take sanity, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over to the cabin and try and get my main equipment down, and then I'll just bring back some other stuff. So yeah, walking around in the rain did seem to drain my sanity a good amount. Captured 3 unique photos? Really? Oh wow, okay, I just didn't realize they were adding up. Okay, so 2 sounds and then escape. Alright, I guess I'm gonna take one more sanity. It really sucks. I don't want to, like, walk around with the candle. I'm gonna try and get some lights on and just walk around in the light as I go over there. Maybe I'll try and not be in the dark too much. But with those 2, our sanity should be pretty high. So, unless something happens, I'm gonna try and make my way over there. And maybe get more equipment in. Maybe I'll just make my way over there. Actually, I am just gonna make my way over there. So much for really, I mean, this is pretty nicely lit up. I'm also gonna turn this, so there's 3 lights. If I remember correctly for a medium map, it's 8. Honestly, have not been keeping track. I gotta look into that again, see how many it takes to kick the breaker. You were in the living room. I believe that's 4 lights. So is Slender Man around here? You know, it's funny, I know that mask is over there, and I did watch the first Friday the 13th movie, and I do plan on watching a lot of horror movies that I've never watched this year, but kind of got behind already. But I have watched one. Oh, okay, we gotta remember there was a hunt already, but as if we didn't know the ghost was over here, and of course the TV's on. Alright, so who are we dealing with? Paul Carter. Paul, are you here? I'm gonna have to turn that TV off. Oh my god, Paul's here. He's giving me EMF 5 as well. Okay, very active ghost. I don't have really anything else. See, I can't take a photo of any of this, sadly. And I can't take another photo of just an EMF reading. I don't know if EMF 5 would be any better. Is that breaker? I'm confused. Okay, it was breaker. Alright, ghost seems to be too active. I'm going to drop my stuff. I'm going to try and hit the breaker on the way back. Let's just run. I'm going to try and hit the breaker, which actually isn't too far away. He didn't kick the light or anything, did he? I'll tell you though, the game does look really good because I figured out the settings again. So yeah, the game's looking really nice on my end. Now, I'm going to hit this breaker. Yeah, let's just get out of here. I'm gonna check my sanity again. One of these lights definitely needs to be on in here so I can see if I need to run through here. I gotta keep track of how many lights I have on though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 5, 6 over there, so maybe I'll turn one in that reception cabin off. Okay. Sanity was alright, but yeah, that activity. So was EMF 5? EMF 5 could be Oni. That's the first thing I thought, was that when the activity went crazy, is this an Oni? So, for Oni, what should we bring in there? Raising and dots. Alright, I'm gonna grab them. And I guess I'll also get the camera in there. So, sanity-wise, I'm gonna leave it. If it's an Oni... yeah, I don't know. We're probably not gonna drain too much sanity. Let me just bring this stuff back there and see if the ghost attacks me on the way back. So, I like how it's almost like 3 lanes. You can go through the middle, around there, and there. And then this whole section cuts off to over here. So if I can get away from the ghost, I have this whole area to basically hide in or escape from as long as the ghost doesn't tail me. And yeah, that's the main thing, is getting away from the ghost. And I gotta remember, when a hunt starts, this is going to lock. So I'm going to get locked in. Oh my god. Alright, I'm not too worried about a hunt right now. Can I please put that on the ceiling? That would have been... Dude, we really gotta do this with the breaker? Is it freezing? Yes. Okay, it's freezing. Let me take my time here. I do think this is going to be an Oni. Let me get the dots down. Oh my god, that's terrible. Let me grab my flashlight. Too much is going on. Oh, I can record that. Okay, I do have the tier 3. See, I have some stuff to talk about. I'm using the tier 3 because I did get my VR out and start playing this in VR again, which we might do for Halloween, play some VR. But yeah, I was using the tier 3 stuff here. Okay, my only problem, I just need to place this somewhere where it's not pointing up at the sky. This might be actually really good. We're just gonna leave that dots field here and hope for the best. Now I could take, another thing I learned was I can take a photo of the freezing temperatures. So if I can get a camera, is that gonna work? Yes, you can take a photo of freezing temperatures, and that's a $10 value. That's something I didn't know. I learned that in VR, I believe. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run. I really want to get the breaker on. It seems like this is an Oni. I'm gonna risk it because I actually want to play the game. I'm gonna set up the camera, the night vision, or just the video cam. I'm gonna try and set it up into the dots. So now we're gonna go back to the truck, hit the breaker, go back to the truck, maybe wait a little bit and actually see if we get dots from there. This seems like an Oni. But I also think there was another thing along with the freezing that you can take a photo of, but I don't remember what it was. I'm glad I learned about the freezing because that's another pretty good photo you need to remember to take. But there was one other thing I wanted to remember, so maybe that'll come back to me as I'm playing. Okay, running back. Please don't close on me. I don't know if my sanity... The ghost hasn't been doing really any events, and we didn't see the mist, which makes me think this is also an Oni. Okay, sanity did go down a bit. Now, I don't get to do this too often. Where do we... Those are CCTV. Here's the video camera 1. And we'll hit the night vision. Okay. Oh, I can record that too. See, I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh. Let's try and record it. Let's try and do something safe, because this is a big map. It would be actually really smart to do it this way. We got it once, so we can get the opportunity again. Now it's not on a tripod, so I can't pan. You can tell this is like the first time I'm using this. Now, okay, so you just have to hit the button to record. Now can I just set that to record? And, I mean, as long as I'm standing here, I think it'll record something. Okay, I of course I missed my opportunity right away, but it shouldn't be too hard to get it to happen again, right? So I'd love to be able to do this for the first time, record something from the truck, which I've just not done yet. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit longer, see if we can get this recorded. And then, we know, I don't want to... Okay, let me do this. It says it's recording. So I'm going to try and see where we can see that over there. Really good on photos, and we do have one video, but we know it's dots. Yeah, it seemed like an Oni. So the thing is though, it's just an Oni. You don't have to worry about it being super fast or something crazy, and it will be a 50 sanity range. So I might take another one, but we do have to escape, then the sound recorder, so we should probably get that stuff in there. But I really wouldn't mind sitting here and recording this like this. I'm gonna sit here for a minute. Ooh. I was just thinking about how... I'm gonna leave the recording on. I was thinking about how I've been sitting here for not even a minute, almost a minute. I was gonna wait until 17, but then he showed up. But of course he didn't show up close enough to the camera. Man, so I guess I really did miss my opportunity, didn't I? Okay, I could sit here for a while. It's gonna be easier if I just get in there and do it though, right? Oh. Okay, no sound. See, that's what's, it's a little different here because you don't have to hold it. So I got kind of scared. I think I turned it off as it was recording, but we got it. Let me hit back. Go to here. There it is. Okay, so there's no sound for some reason. And there he goes again. Now we hit the record button just so it's not doing anything there. But there, this is the first time I've recorded off this new awesome setup, which this is something I was actually really hoping they'd change, so I am loving this setup, even though I don't use it too often. But for these bigger maps, that's where it's going to be very nice. That cabin is on the other side of the world, basically. So, we have some footage. What other things can I bring in there for footage? We're going to have to escape. I'm going to bring a smudge. Which, I do have the tier 3 smudges, but I was using the tier 2 in VR because the tier 2 was a way easier to use in VR than the tier 3. But I really need to be using the tier 3 if I'm not in VR. So, we're really good on photos. Only need one more, which could just be like ghost event if I get lucky. So, let's just get a smudge. Maybe I could get a crucifix, but I don't need anything other than this. We have the dots footage, so I really need... I mean, we could have a crucifix for safety, and then I need this as well. I'm just going to hope I can get something. Here's what the plan is. We'll try and get the hunt objective done. When we get the hunt objective done, I'll take sanity, we'll get the rest of the stuff. But in the meantime, I'm going to have the crucifix to kind of cover the outside area if it wants to roam outside, which it doesn't seem to be roaming too much. Now if I can, yeah, I got a hiding spot in there, which is good. And then over there is hiding spots. I don't really want to hide in here in case the ghost comes around the corner and sees me hiding somewhere in here. Now, I didn't really check sanity. So, now this is the tier, I don't remember, is this the tier 3 now? I believe it is with how fancy it looks. So this should stop a curse hunt, not that I'm going to be doing that. Part of me this will cover this whole area. Alright then, let's do that. Since it will cover this whole section, try and get it as far away from the actual house, so it's not really in the house. But there, I'm just gonna do that so the ghost stops. That's the thing though, man, I forgot the doors are gonna lock. How should I do this? If I want to bait a hunt, I'm gonna have to do it from outside if I want to be safe. Now if I'm in the house, it's gonna be dangerous. So, I'm just gonna put this in the middle. Part of me wants to turn off one of these lights. I need to start recording some stuff here. As long as I have my smudge, I'm good. Alright, Paul, was it? Paul, are you here? Kinda want to turn off the dots in case I record it, but the dots will help me know if he's in the area. So if we get hunted, my only hope is to smudge down here and pray that there's a hiding spot right there, which there is. That hiding spot is open. So if I can get back there and somehow he doesn't check for me, I have a spot to hide. Now I know sometimes you could hide out here and behind the door, but hiding behind doors is not really a good strategy. You can go back here, but yeah, that's not a tall enough desk. And then if you need to, you could try and run back here, but I know where I'm going to try and hide if I need to. The only spot that might save me is back there. Kind of using the night vision to see where I'm going. Ooh. There we go. Just need some standard... Just need some standard stuff here. You are in the... This crucifix just like almost isn't big enough to... Oh, and he turned on a light. Too much going on here. This is why I'm afraid to get back to Nightmare, because man, do things start going fast. Okay. I just want to make sure this covers the room as much as possible. If he somehow starts a hunt, it'll be from upstairs or something. Okay. Let me try and recuperate here. We do need to escape. We have no sounds. We have a ghost, object thrown, dots, and door moved. So what else could I film other than like the crucifix going off? Paul, are you here? I could film one of the other three, but we're not going to get the miss because it's Oni. The only other... I need to take a photo of the ghost. Here, let me see if there's anything on the sound. Dude, this is bizarre. once again, I'm just getting thrown so many things. If he's about to hunt, I'm going to hide out here. I'm gonna put this down here. I'm gonna walk away for a second in case he starts hunting. Let me stand here for a second. We got the other ghost footage, 2 ghost footage. Didn't get the last thing, because that's what I was trying to do. Oh, there's the EMF5 sound. I think there was another sound you could record, that's what it was. Okay, I'm getting way over drive. I'm going too fast here. We only need one more photo. We need 2 more sounds. I didn't get a sound of the event. Okay though, now that I know I don't need photos, oh, I can't set that up right there. That'd be such a good spot. I don't want to go back in there, man. Okay. We're on cooldown. I'm gonna take a photo of this. I'm gonna grab this and maybe use the rest of it to protect me back here. Put that down back here. They'll have a smudge. So now let's look. Boom. All unique. Burn crucifix. Thought I heard the door lock. Just don't need the sounds though, and that's one of the objectives, but okay. And Oni does make for a good ghost record. Are you hunting? No, because the doors... This doesn't make sense. The door's not locked. Okay. I'm gonna smudge right there. He'll hit the smudge. I'm gonna try and brick line of sight. That's so weird. He is hunting, right? Okay, he definitely is hunting, but he didn't... Oh, maybe he doesn't lock that door. Maybe he was only... Oh, in my testing, I was doing some messing around. And I guess that door was already locked. Hey, now we know it doesn't lock you in there. But I really thought it did. But he didn't close that door. And, yeah, guess what? He is definitely hunting. Okay, so now in my new found hiding spot. We haven't technically escaped yet because the hunt has to be over. But man, this was a nice game for this map. Also, oh, can't pick up that guy. So the good news is, I kind of wanted to do that to where I could get back outside, so now I don't have any equipment. Please get me out of here. So now I can bring back stuff if I need to. But let's regroup in the truck here. Okay, no sanity now, that's great. I do believe an Oni is going to drain your sanity more. So we need to get in there, 2 more sound recorders, we'll get this done. Now, this is going to bring me up to 60%, so I can get another crucifix in there, maybe that'll help me, and I think the other crucifix still has a charge on it. So, I just need sounds. So this is something that'll get me a sound. Also, definitely want another smudge. I do want to start using the tier 3 stuff now that we're into October and Halloween time. Alright, gonna get the other crucifix in there, maybe that'll save me for a little bit. Gonna try and record what we need and get this perfect game. So we even found the bone, so I do want to get a perfect game here. That'd be a great return here, is getting a perfect game right off the bat. Now, so much for saving my sanity, because all the lights are off. I'm gonna hit some of these on the way back. So yeah, thinking about it, the cursed item might be one of the better things to go for on the bigger maps. And I do think I remember most of the locations for the cursed items. I remember where the Ouija board was, at least. So, oh my god, miss these steps, please. I'm gonna try and put this right back where the other one was. I don't really want to put that down unless I'm ready to record it. I don't want to, oh, there's the recorder. Then we're gonna get this other one, put it back here. Okay, Paul, if you're here, give us a sign. It's the, okay, light was just off. I think I'm gonna get both these lights on. I don't know what that was. Getting all kinds of recording stuff here though. Back to back 2. So that might be all I need. If I can get out of here. I'm gonna step outside. We do have a million crucifixes. There, all objectives. All photos unique. Video. EMF5. Damn it. Okay, I couldn't tell really. Sometimes it's hard to tell what you're recording. So paranormal whisper now. Okay then. So we're not done just yet. But we didn't record this. Paul, are you here? You play the piano for me. Paul, any sign would be appreciated. Even turning on the TV, but I don't think I can record the sound of that. No, I do not need you to turn off the breaker though. Hard to switch. Paul. There, that's all I need. Okay, in the darkness, with my smudge, I know when you're trying to escape. Let me just look. There, fire extinguish, all unique, Oni, all unique, there. Perfect game, coming back to Maple Lodge. So I'm going to try and escape here, which I should be able to. Let me just see. I'm going to take this path this time. I really would like to hide in there. I remember originally I thought you needed a key to unlock that, but no, that's just a hiding spot that's locked sometimes. Okay, I don't even know if we're in hunt range. We may have actually survived enough to not be under 60, or under 50. It's like about 60 is where we were. Wow, right at 50. Alright, we're gonna get out of here, see how much money we made on this medium map. So, I don't even know what to expect for the next one. I'm just hoping we can get a cursed item that'll help me figure out where the ghost is. Also, not having rain would be nice. But there, 2,000. There's still some stuff I need to unlock. But we also had a bunch of dailies. But perfect investigation. It was a pretty decent game. So, yellow tint. Alright, I guess it was in the yellow tint. Alright, we're gonna do one more back here on Maple Lodge. Maple Lodge campsite. Camp Woodwind, not Camp Maple Lodge, because it all works anyway. But maybe, yeah, let me actually remember to put the tier 3 incense back on. And I think for now, that's where we'll just kind of settle. Alright, let's load back into Maple Lodge. Okay, so thankfully it's not raining, so I went ahead and turned the audio back up. The breaker is in the same spot. Seems like it's a windy night. So, I also kind of want to move this a little bit. Alright, I don't really want to look into this too much, but photo of EMF reader, 3 unique photos as well, and then cleanse with incense. So let's just get the standard stuff. Now, how is it going to look windy? Actually pretty good. So another thing I kind of realized, I did watch InSim play with the developers. I believe it was CJ, and it was just CJ and Psycho. Who else was it? They had a new guy. It was Louis. So I did get a little bit of insight. Every once in a while I get some information about what's going on in Kinetic. But something they talked about was the fog. The fog actually kind of makes it easier to see. And usually fog makes it harder. But in a way, like, fog is like easier difficulty. So it's weird how weather can do that. Just you'd think fog would make everything hard to see, but CJ even acknowledged, like, yeah, it's just cool. So I do like that though, like that there's a potential weather that makes it easier. I know that's weird, but like the weather is supposed to dynamically change the difficulty. So having a, sunrise is also like an easier difficulty because it's easier to see. But fog kind of, without making it sunrise, also adds to the visibility. So we didn't get the Ouija board. I don't know if this is technically a hiding spot. Maybe sometimes there's something more here to hide in, but I don't think I technically want to hide there. Let me check some of these. One's already tore open. Kind of want to leave. I wonder if that's technically a hiding spot. I wouldn't trust it. Let me maybe kind of go. I don't really have much of a strategy for this map, other than just turning on some lights in the main area. Now, yeah, I think the music box would be right there. I kind of don't like turning on both these lights, but if we can get this main area lit up, that's not too bad. Pull these doors open as well. Maybe check around. Can I hide back here again? Yes. I don't know if this is ever closed, but that is a very nice spot to be aware of. I'm going to turn that light on. Of course, I didn't turn this main area light on, but I don't think I need to. So, let me walk around. Oh, there's the bone. Glad I walked around. Maybe we could go for another perfect game here. But I wanted to see, I think the monkey paw could be over here, right? I think the monkey paw is like right here. Or at least it could be. I don't want to run around too much. No, that's not open. Okay, let's check out the cabin area again. Maybe we're just gonna get another ghost in this area. Now this is a hiding spot. which is pretty cool because you'd think the ghost would like check, but if the ghost just kind of runs by and has no reason to look there, it'll just kind of run by and check over here. So you could run in there if you absolutely had to, but it's probably not one of the best hiding spots. Okay, yeah, I knew the tarot cards could be over here. Well, that's not going to be the easiest to find the ghost, but oh, I see a Slender Man. I see the Slender Man, and I see a light on. So, very interesting. I haven't had hello there. I haven't had a ghost over here since like the old Maple Lodge. Okay then. Well, I believe that this area, yeah, see my breath, and the dock, like this dock all the way out there and this is considered an area. And then I believe out here, the picnic area is considered an area, and then of course the cabin. Now I do like that this area is entirely lit up by this one light switch, so that's very nice. I don't want to drain my sanity, but she might be draining it anyway. Okay. We're dealing with another Oni. But we're getting photos again. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm already going to dip out. I'm going to drop my stuff here. Yeah, we already got some stuff. We already took some photos. I'm going to run, see how bad that affected my sanity. And also now that we know where the ghost is, I guess if I need to, we can hide in the main area. I think there's also a hiding area in the front. There's probably a hiding area somewhere over there, a hiding spot. I just don't want to hide in here because I'm afraid the ghost will see me at that corner right before I hide and then ruin everything. But if I can get in here before the ghost sees me, yeah, that's going to be a very good enough hiding spot. Also, maybe over there or something. But here, I want to see what our sanity is after that one. It should still be alright. I haven't been in the dark. Just we got a crazy spike. I don't know if this is going to be Oni again. But already 4 photos, bone, tarot cards, ghost, and then the EMF reading. And also 2, wow, the EMF photo and then 3 unique already. 4 unique photos. But yeah, I believe there was another audio you could record that I learned, but I don't remember what it was. So I'm going to have to remember. It goes along with that, taking a photo of the freezing. There's something else that I got to remember, but either way. So the only thing we need to do is cleanse. So, should I take a sanity and just work with as high sanity as possible? I think I'm going to, just because we have 4. So I'm going to focus on maybe just the Oni stuff again. And I can't really take anything else. I am really enjoying the atmosphere of some of these maps. Especially since I've now kind of done the tinkering and figured out the settings. And mainly just going in here and getting all the shaders built before you actually play the map. I think that's only a thing whenever you update your drivers. I have no idea what that's going to be like on console. I would assume the game would do all that stuff before you play the game or the map, but let's see. This seems like a good enough spot to maybe just cause like a... maybe like a trap. It's not really a trap, but I was hoping for like this whole area. You could maybe get a dots to appear. That's not really the greatest. Dude, Slender Man is scaring me again. Do I see my breath over here? I did bring in this for a pretty good reason. Want to make sure, yeah, that these are 2 different areas. Because as soon as you walk over here, you're going to notice something different. Is this really an Oni again? There's freezing, which we can take a photo of. Okay, I want to kind of slow down, think about this. If we can put this right here, oh, that's going to be what I want. God, I do not feel comfortable with the Slender Man just looking at me like that. But I need to be more worried about this ghost. So, I should have dropped some of that stuff over there. But here, I need my camera at least. I'm gonna take a photo of the freezing. Let me just look. There's all photos pretty easily. I'm gonna drop my photo cam here. Don't really need freezing, so maybe we'll just try and keep some stuff organized. Yeah, it's actually is an Oni back-to-back. I'm cool with that, because Onis, well, I'm just trying to think, is it a Mimic, but I don't think it is. Dots, because a Mimic would not have EMF 5 or dots, I believe. Either way, I'm gonna set this up here. I did record the dots already. Okay, so I am gonna need to record some more stuff. Let me get my EMF over here. I don't really know what I should do with the light other than just point it to where I can see in the dark if I need to. Okay though, I guess I'm gonna try and keep all my stuff here. So what do I need? I think I could just focus on the video stuff for now until she drains my sanity. So I don't have a smudge or anything. So I don't even know. Shelly Wilson, give us a sign. Just focusing in on this guy over here. Don't mind the weird, strange fellow looking at you. Now this is such a bizarre area. Cause I mean the ghost roams, she's gonna just be over there. But of course I'm seeing my breath. Wouldn't it be cool if I could get the ghost over here? Maybe I can lure her on the dock. All I'm doing is dead-ending myself during a hunt though. That's gonna be the problem. We kinda have too much sanity, don't we? Shelly, give us a sign. We might be able to get like the lights flickering if I'm lucky. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead, get a smudge for safety, and get a couple things to record. I'd also like to get the audio, but maybe we'll get 2 things to film, which would be like motion sensor and the candle. So yeah, there's the lights flickering. I'm gonna go get some more stuff to film, and we'll try and get that done first, since we already know this is an Oni. So yeah, I figured maybe to spend a little bit more time here, I'm gonna focus on the video stuff first. So I'm gonna get a motion sensor in here, maybe do some more technical work with trying to track the ghost with the motion sensor. Oh, maybe I should turn that light on. But it's such a big area, I don't really need both motion sensors in here. But as long as we can get what I need, just looking for the recording. Actually, this does cover this whole area pretty much. So if the ghost wanders in and out of the room, maybe we'll get lucky. I have my nice tier 3 smudge now. That'll be much bigger help on these bigger maps. So grab the recording. I didn't even hear the motion sensor. Put this down. Alright, Shelly, give us a sign. I don't need another dots ghost. Whoa, the trees are disappearing on the camera. Let's just look this way maybe. They're motion sensed? Okay. I'm gonna turn off the dots. Now I'm afraid I'm gonna miss the extinguish, but I'm gonna look. Oh, something just got thrown. These items are being moved. Why can't I record this? Shelly, give us a sign. Maybe I should move this stuff a little further in the room. I'm gonna move this up. Shelly, give us a sign. When I send this footage to the ghost, my ghost bosses, I guess, my ghost hunting bosses, they're gonna wonder why that guy's just standing back there. They're not worried about that entity, we're much more worried about the ghosts here, I guess. Either way, Shelly, are you here? I know that's gonna be duplicate. Okay, I'm gonna actually probably keep this direction, because if she goes through here, at least we'll know. Now, I don't know if she is over there now, or over here. I don't want to bring in another candle, except no, I don't need to. Okay. For an Oni, we are at high sanity, but this Oni is not doing too much to drain my sanity. This is not as active as the last one, I'd say. Alright, how are we looking? We need 2 more. Did get dots ghost, so there's a little bit of footage of a ghost. Now, the only other thing, I get salt in here. That's that banging on wood. I think it's the wood poles. That's something I'm still not entirely figured out yet. Motion again. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, maybe we're draining a little bit more sanity. I'm gonna go get the audio and maybe the black salt to film, because we need something else to film in here. Let's see if I can get away though. Alright, well, we still need to cleanse. I don't mind going for a hunt and also trying to smudge, because I want to do that just for the experience, because it's very good to actually learn how to smudge and protect yourself. So I want to keep my skills sharp on that. I'm gonna I already have a smudge in there, so should I bring another? Or should I just leave it? But sound recorder, I don't know if I want to mess with this. I kind of need to just keep my sanity low. We don't need a photo or anything. Here's what I'm going to do. Instead of bringing crucifix, I'm going to bring the salt. I mean, I could record a crucifix, but I don't know. What do we got here? Oh, okay, I'm not going to have room. I want to have another smudge, but here, just to have more potential things to play with. I already have a smudge in there. And also, it seems the breaker is out. But we're going to have a little bit of risk here. Since it's not a fast ghost unless it sees me for a long time, which might end up happening. Not too worried about it. Well, let's get a crucifix in there to protect me. If I can film it, then that'll be great, but I don't know if I'll get to. Also want to kind of focus on, thought that was rolling. I think it's floating, that's why it looks weird. But I'd like to focus on getting the video done. Also in the audio. It's weird because I haven't had trouble figuring out the ghost. That's why Nightmare is going to be fun. That's why I want to focus on the smaller maps for Nightmare. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and put this covering the whole room. It should be covering the whole room. I couldn't really tell where it was on the fence line there. Here, grab this. I hate putting these all around. I'll put one right next to that log, that should be good. I have the camera. Shelly, let me make sure. Yes, Shelly Wilson, are you here? Now we're not in hunt range yet. Okay, I can't film that. Is that the salt? What am I hearing? I'm hearing rustling. Can you walk through the salt maybe if I stand over here? The thing is, I'm standing on top of the crucifix, so she's actually not going to hunt behind me. You have the smudge, correct? No. Oh my god, I thought I picked it up, see? I have too many things. I'm going to focus on filming the ghost. Did I already have ghost footage? Also, there goes the salt. Let me look. Is that a duplicate? No, we didn't film the ghost yet. So we got a photo of the ghost, correct? For once that works. Okay, so if you could go through the salt, that wouldn't be that bad. Still need one more video of you. Really? What is with these ghosts wanting to kill the breaker? Okay, that's a hunt. I'm just hoping for the best here. Hello, I just wanted... Okay, that would actually last way longer than I thought. Tier 3 is super powerful. I guess that's what happens. It's been a while since I've used it. Okay, well, I'm a little surprised that she hunted. I'm not really... I mean, she had all the room in the world to hunt from. She, of course, just couldn't stay in her room. Let's sit here. There's the smudge, so all objectives, photos, just one more, and then that. So I think what I'll do, I will just maybe take some sanity to stay above hunt range, but we've got the hardest stuff done here. Let me check. Nope. Oh wait, breaker's out, but hunt is over. Okay, I'm gonna take sanity. I still have my sound recorder, but I need to go back with that anyway. Is there anything else I can record the sound of? Like, I have the candle in there. If the crucifix burns, maybe. Alright, let's take sanity. And I'm gonna spend some more time in there. I kind of want to get another smudge in there. But what do I need to bring back? I want the other crucifix, just to protect myself. But the only other thing I can take footage of... Already had the fire extinguished. Salt. So, okay, wind sounds would be easy. Should I go back with salt? I don't know. I'm gonna just go back with salt. Well, we did have a lot of sanity left. I still have another bottle to take if I want to. Now, of course, the lights are off because of the hunt. But we'll get these back on around here. These are really the only ones I need on. And I have my headlamp, which is very nice. I have unlocked everything. So maybe around, for Halloween, I'll start messing with the night vision more. That'll be good for bigger maps. But for now, let's just finish up this game. I do have the sanity though. Still haven't walked through the salt out here. Okay, before I put the salt down, let me just make sure I have what I need, because I don't want to get swindled here. Where'd oh, there it is. Okay. Put this down. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, there. Wait, was that motion sensor? Disturbed salt. Okay. Stupid motion sensor. Also, salt. Maybe that'll help me. How come? I guess I didn't get the ghost to walk through the salt during the last hunt. I'm gonna put that back here. Okay, there. Ghost photo, dots ghost. So we did good with that. Got all photos. Just need 2 more sounds. We're really, like, almost done here. Put this away. Have my smudge. Dude, that was pretty cool, actually. But I can't, I'm not recording. Okay, there we go. See, sometimes I hit the button and it doesn't pop up. And of course, it was just generic ghost event. Okay. Shelly, are you here? Obviously you are, but can you talk to me some more? I'm trying to think. What was the other thing that you could record the sound of? I don't remember. I swear there was something else I figured out that I needed to remember and I can't remember it. At least I remember taking a photo of the negative temperatures, freezing temperatures. Man, I don't remember what the sound you could record was. Maybe it was like a cursed item? I think you can record a cursed item. Oh, well also, you can, great. Something you need to remember is like bring in the teddy bear. So if you bring in a teddy bear, she might, that's really cool, but that's just gonna be a ghost event sound. Maybe? Okay, you're talking to me there. I'm going to run. I'm gonna grab my big light so I can see. Because I don't think I'm gonna be turning the breaker back on. Paranormal talking. Let's get this last one. I'm going to move. Oh, no, I'm not. I bet she hunts while I drop my light. I'm gonna put this here. So maybe you're more around this area. I think that was the can that just got thrown, or my camera? Whatever this was, that bottle. There are still some noises in this game I'm not familiar with. Is anyone here? This wouldn't be so bad if I just had the lights on. But I just need one more thing. Oops, oh god, I turned my light off. Why can't I record the sound of that bang? And I guess it makes sense. There's something here I'm recording though, I don't even hear it. I didn't even, oh maybe it was the fire extinguisher, okay. Alright, Slendy, I am leaving you. I'm also going to try and walk away from this ghost. Let's see if we can escape. I'm going to stand right here and look. But all unique, all unique, all unique. We have the bone. That's 2 perfect games. Maybe, I don't want to jinx it, but maybe I am getting a little bit better at this game. At least professional. When you can just figure out the evidence, you know, the main stuff is getting the media. So that's why I wanted to spend some time playing professional after the Chronicle update, was so I could get used to just the new stuff, like filming stuff, which I do think I'm there. Now that I'm learning, like freezing temperatures, that's a big one, EMF, that's a big one. So there's some things you can take photos of. And then also with video, that's pretty good. I think I've got it figured out. So that's why, now that we're in October, once we go back to the small maps, on the small maps I'm going to be playing Nightmare. We still will be visiting the bigger maps, but I think I'm going to stick with professional for that. I still like enjoying professional a bit. Okay, let's get out of here. That should be 2 perfect games. I don't think there's any chance. But maybe real quick, can I look? Spirit Box UV freezing. I need to remember those, that's the mimics. But either way, Oni, 2 Onis in a row. Didn't get as much money because it didn't have the dailies. But let me see, a perfect investigation. Oops. I think we're good. Yeah, I think that was the game loading, but I'm gonna have to see if, I don't think my face cam is going to be freezing anymore, but the game hiccuped there, so I wonder if my damn face cam froze. But either way, there was Maple Lodge. You know, when it comes to these medium and bigger maps, I'm kind of afraid, but Maple Lodge there was pretty cool, especially since I got to hang out around the cabin area. But yes, that's why I really want to start visiting these medium maps more. So maybe in a video I'll visit like one map and then another map. Still trying to figure out the video setup, but as long as I'm making videos and I'm just trying to work towards getting to streaming, so here's to more medium maps. Next time we're going to be going to prison, and then it's going to be high school, the first large map, and then ending it with Sunny Meadows restricted. Now another thing is I do want to be doing the weeklies as well. So what is this week's weekly? Let me go through all mine. Vulnerable, no defenses, be careful, and it's Willow. That sounds interesting. So maybe we'll be going back into this for the weekly Wednesdays as well. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.